Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna. I apologize for the way I look. It's early. Well, not that early, but as you can imagine, I'm not a early bird gets the worm type of guy. I'm more of a who the fuck eats worms for breakfast type of person. Also, the last couple episodes, I just wore a t-shirt. Somebody made fun of my hairy arms, so the jacket's back on, asshole! Yes, we have football returning tonight. The Broncos will be playing the Bears in the first preseason game, not regular. And as fans of a team without a starting quarterback, we have a lot to watch for. Today, I'm going to tell you the 3 or 4 or 5 things you must keep both eyes on tonight during the game. That's Good Broncos. The sponsor of this episode is SeatGeek. Download the SeatGeek app with the link in my description. Use my promo code, That's Good, all one word, and you're gonna get $20 off your first ticket order. Trust me, SeatGeek is the most convenient way to order Broncos tickets, and they rate their ticket prices so you know whether or not you're getting a good deal. Plus, you can select your seat in the app and see a photo preview of what your eyeballs will see from your seat at the event. That's Good is the promo code. Use it unless you hate saving money. So tonight during the game, it appears that the first teamers will play 3 series at the most, according to head coach Vance Joseph. Jamal Charles will not play this week, and Siemian and Lynch should each get about a quarter and a half of play. Let's start with the boring shit to watch and work our way to the interesting stuff. That way you stick around for the whole goddamn video. Sorry, Garrett Bowles, but the offensive line is boring. And when we fans watch, we really don't know the difference between a good and bad play on the line. We only know the difference between an amazing block and when you let a pass rusher by and sack the quarterback, right? We don't know what the hell we're looking at when we see the line play. We really only notice when they make major mistakes. Even then, it might not be that player's fault. A missed block could be another lineman's assignment, and to be honest, I don't want to fucking know how the line works. So, we're going to keep it simple. If the running backs have a lot of success tonight, it will be in large part from good play on the offensive line and possibly a better scheme fit for some of the backs. If the Broncos have a good run game in 2017, they become an instant contender for a playoff run with that deadly Denver defense. If Garrett Bowles doesn't look like Michael Schofield or Ty Sambrailo at the tackle position, then he's an improvement. That's the easiest way to break it down tonight. And it's his first game, so he should have a lot of room to improve. The starting line for tonight, I believe, is Bowles, Garcia, McGovern playing for Paradis, Ronald Leary, and Menelik Watson, as long as Watson's healthy. I should have researched that. The 4th thing to watch, nose tackle. I'm not sure if or how much Domata Peko will play in this game, but I am excited to see an improvement at this position. Don't get me wrong, Sylvester Williams was always a little better than average. He was pretty good during the Super Bowl season, but if you add a disruptive force in the middle of this defense, there will be hell to pay for whoever challenges them. Serious hell to pay. Billy Wynn, who I like, is 2 on the depth chart at that position, followed by Kyle Peko, and then the giant rookie Jarrett Tyreek. Kyle Peko is hurt on the PUP list, so I want to see the big guy Tyreek play. We know what we have with Billy Wynn. We're banking on Peko elevating the level of play at that position, but a guy like Tyreek Jarrett, because of his size, can really be a disruptive force that demands extra attention from the offensive line. If the Broncos have a nose tackle that requires, say, double teams, or one that collapses the pocket, Von Miller could get those 30 sacks he was talking about. The 3rd thing to watch are the wide receivers. All of them. After Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, the Broncos have yet to find a reliable target for whoever is playing at quarterback. Benny Fowler and Cody Latimer are the 2s, with Jordan Taylor and Isaiah McKenzie at the 3rd on the depth chart. Carlos Henderson, Khalif Raymond, 4th, and then there are 3 receivers behind them. My favorite in that group is Benny Fowler. I thought he flashed during his rookie season, but he had a couple game-changing drops last year. I think he can be that 3rd guy for the Broncos, but he needs to show more consistency. Cody Latimer is probably the most athletically gifted receiver in that group, besides maybe DT. If he can find rhythm with his third offensive coordinator, the Broncos' passing game could be dangerous. Trust me, a guy with his skills can be a dynamic playmaker if put in the right position. He's had many chances too, but maybe Mike McCoy is all Cody was missing. I expect Fowler and Latimer to get a decent amount of playing time tonight, but the tough decisions really lay behind them. I'm never sure how to use those words because I'm not a liar and I never get laid. Jordan Sunshine Taylor, we like him because he has long hair and Peyton Manning bought him a suit once. But my favorite dude is Isaiah McKenzie. Well, I said Benny Fowler was my favorite, but it's actually Isaiah McKenzie. He's 5'7", just like me, and is explosive, just like me on a toilet. In a lineup with DT and Sanders, he could become the most lethal slot receiver we've seen since Wes Welker and or Brandon Stokely had the Broncos gotten either one of those guys in their prime. Welker dominated that position for years, and McKenzie is more athletically gifted than Wes Welker. Right now, the man many assumed would win that slot role, Carlos Henderson, is on the outside looking in after being inconsistent with dropping balls during practice. He, like McKenzie, is an explosive player, but unlike McKenzie, is normal-sized. I bet he moves up on the depth chart by the end of the preseason as he becomes more comfortable in the offense. Just watch to see if Henderson catches the ball tonight. The number 2 thing to watch is Isaiah McKenzie as the Broncos punt returner. Cody Latimer will be returning kicks, which is a job you only have to do about 7 times for an entire season, like sex after you get married. Am I right, guys? The Broncos have not had an electric punt returner since 2013 when Trendon Holiday Road was in his prime. But his issue was muffing punts, fumbles. McKenzie not only needs to be able to catch punts, he needs to provide a threat that we haven't enjoyed for 3 full seasons in Denver. The Broncos had a hard time scoring on offense last year. One way to mitigate that is to be able to score on special teams and to put your offense in a good scoring position by returning punts effectively. That leaves us with the obvious, the quarterbacks. Pay no attention to the fact that Siemian is starting this game. Simply watch how he plays, and then how Paxton plays. Paxton gets to play against the shittier defense, but also gets to play with the reserves on the offensive line, which in Denver's case could in fact kill him. Just do the eyeball test. Which guy looks like he's making his progressions the quickest? Which guy is throwing to open receivers? Which guy appears to have command at the line of scrimmage? Also pay attention to how they perform on 3rd downs and in the red zone. Paxton may dazzle you with an exciting run, and Siemian may drive with ease between the 20s, but who will step up when they need to be perfect in the red zone? Here's the bottom line. We don't know Siemian's full potential or ceiling, and we have no fucking clue who Paxton Lynch is. I saw someone saying Siemian sucked based on a read he missed against the Colts last year. Trevor Siemian sucks because he didn't see an open receiver during his 2nd fucking game he ever played as a starting quarterback. Shut up! Shut up! Both these guys may never amount to anything. One of them may turn out to be a good quarterback. We don't know. Pretending like I can't even argue it anymore. One of them just needs to go out there and light it up. Siemian and Lynch also, they've had a slow start to training camp because they're learning an entirely new offense. Is everyone forgetting that? It's not like they're seasoned vets learning a new offense either. We want so desperately to see them succeed and do well, but the fact is they face a huge uphill battle. Have you ever battled up a hill? Remember what Gandalf did at Helm's Deep? Yeah, he was a legend, and even he battled downhill. That's how you win. All I'm saying is be fair when watching these 2 humans play football tonight. Also, if the running game is working, specifically in the red zone, both of these QBs should have a lot more success. When CJ Anderson got hurt last year, the Broncos could not run in the red zone at all. Tonight, when you evaluate, make sure to note what factors are assisting each QB. If Siemian is being aided by a bunch of great runs, that should make his job easier. If Paxton comes in and has no run game and struggles because of it, that must also be accounted for. It's a complex thing trying to evaluate QB play. Unless of course, one of the guys goes out there and just fucking balls his balls off. Then it will be easy to evaluate. Either guy could do that. Neither probably will, but you have to believe it is in both of them. Otherwise, we're all just waiting for Swag Kelly's body to heal or for John Elway to say fuck it and trade Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch for Matthew Stafford or Joe Thomas and just name Kyle Sloter the starter for this year. And that's how you start the Joe Thomas to Denver trade rumors back up again. I almost forgot, the runner-up to watch tonight is Adam Gotsis. If he is legitimately improved, that will be huge for the defensive line. Again, this is the first preseason game. This will not be an accurate gauge of where this team is, but there are some important things to look for. I just explained them all to you in great detail. My full prediction episodes will be back for the regular season. I don't waste my time. Those are hard episodes to make. I'm not doing it for preseason. And I gotta give a big dick double down shout out to Garrett Trask and Baby Moses for their $20 donations on Patreon. You can keep me independent and this channel alive by making a monthly donation on Patreon or Patreon. I don't know how to say it. There's a link in the description if you want to go to Patreon. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Subscribe here on YouTube. If you're already subscribed, click that little bell button next to the subscribe button to get notifications from me every time I upload. On Twitter at Brandon Perna, I will be active during tonight's game, so come talk to me. Let's have some fun talking about football.